guys, it's Cynthia. Hope you guys are all doing really well. So as you can see, I am in a new background, and that's because I moved. So I am officially in Austin now, and like I said, I'm going to be here for the summer for my internship. I actually just finished my first week, so that was pretty exciting. If you guys have any questions relating to like internship stuff or like career search, whatever. Oh yeah, come in. Hello. Okay. Guys, I'm so uncomfortable. Anyway, so those are some of my roommates, and they came in and I was just really embarrassed, even though there's something to be embarrassed about. They know I film videos. But yeah, so I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, I guess if you guys want to see any like internship related videos, or how to find an internship, like academic, career, whatever stuff, like that's actually something I'd love to make a video on. I'm super huge on that kind of stuff. It's really fun for me actually. So yeah, feel free. I am a college student also. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I guess that's it. I really lost my complete train of thought, but basically I was heading out anyway soon to explore like downtown with my roommates, so that's why I wanted to get ready. And since you guys were asking for my foundation routine in the last video, I decided now is a great time to do it. So I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Alright guys, so to start, I usually go in with like a green concealer wherever I have any like extremely red areas. I mean, usually my foundation is good enough where like I can cover most of it, but for the really red parts, I just want to like do some color correcting and cancel out the redness. So I will use this. This is only green concealer that I brought. It's from Maybelline and it's just their cover stick. I also have the LA Girls liquid concealer that's like green, and I like that, but it's also like really green. Like sometimes you put too much of that on, you look like a swamp monster. So I just get a little bit on my fingertip, and I like to put it, I think today, focus it. You know what? I'll put it everywhere. We'll see. Sorry, this is where my mirror is. This is a very Rocher setup, I'm telling you. So do you see how that just automatically canceled out some of the redness? So I just do that for the areas that are a little bit more sensitive and definitely need the extra help. But yeah, I mean, obviously I can't put it like everywhere. I mean, I could. Sometimes I do get a little bit carried away, but I just feel like it creates like a more even base to work with before I put on my foundation. But yeah, so I just pat it in. Try to be a little bit gentle. Try and being gentle. Yeah, and right before this, I had just washed my face and I moisturized and put on some sunscreen as well, ideally, just because the weather here is extremely hot. I think this weekend it's gonna be like ranging from 98 to like 100 something degrees, and I'm like, yo, it's been a really long time since I've been exposed to that kind of weather. But yeah, and also just the fact that I am on Accutane, my skin is more sensitive to the sun, so it's really important to do so. My foundation though does have some SPF, not a crazy amount, but like, you know, it never hurts to have that extra coverage. But yeah. Alright, so that's like one side done basically with my color correcting. You can see it makes a huge difference. So I'm going to finish up the other side. Alright, so I finished with my green concealer. As you can see, it made a huge difference in terms of just kind of neutralizing everything. Obviously I can't go out looking like this because the green is still a little bit visible, but that's where we go in with foundation. So the foundation that I use is the L'Oreal True Match, and it's just the regular liquid foundation. I know they have like the Lumi one. I haven't tried that. I was thinking if my skin ever gets like really dry, I will go ahead and use that, but for now this is just fine. And I am in the shade W4. I'm thinking might have to go up to W5 in the near future because I'm getting tan. Also, my face has just always been lighter than my body, probably just because like I'm always exfoliating like mostly my face, and then I just like put more sunscreen on my face and the rest of my body, but usually the foundation will help me figure all that out. But yeah, so I like to use a damp sponge. I like to work in small areas on my face. So I will start off with my forehead usually, and just get some and dot it on. Forehead usually does not need as much coverage, so I try and like not use too much there, and I'll just put the rest down on my cheek and I'll start blending away. So just gently pat the foundation in, and try to have it dispersed evenly. And I've already done my brows and eyes, so I'm just going to be more careful working around those areas. I also try to wash my sponge pretty much after every time I use it, just because I don't want to like risk getting too much, like, I don't know, bacteria on there and causing more breakouts. Just want to put it out there. So that is about one even layer of my foundation on, and as you can see, it's already done a pretty good job. Like I mentioned in my last video, the surface, like the texture of my skin is a lot better now because I already went through like the purge and majority of all like the gunk already came out. So it's overall pretty smooth. Definitely my main problem is like the hyperpigmentation and like the scarring right now. So I'm hoping that like, yeah, over like the next few months that will fade away. So me with like using my foundation is mostly just to like kind of even out the rest of my skin tone and like just cover all that redness up. So this is pretty good right now, but then for the areas where I want some more coverage, I'll go in with a concealer. And I'm thinking right now that'll probably be like over here. I have a few spots that are still peeking through, and I've just had like a lot of problems here for like the last few weeks, so I'm hoping this is like the last of it, and once this is all done then this area is good. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to go in with some concealer there. So I use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Sand. It has a really nice like yellow undertone, which works for me. I also don't really put concealer under my eyes actually. I know that would probably like brighten everything up, but I just feel like whenever I do that my eyes actually look a little smaller, and I just feel like it's I like get creasing and just all that, so I don't really feel the need to put concealer under my eyes usually. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dot it where I need it. So usually I'll just put some on the back of my hand because I don't want to like contaminate the concealer, and I'll just work in small sections where I think I need it. This guy and here, and usually I'll just use my fingers for this part just because I feel like it does a pretty good job, and I might go over with like the sponge after. And I'm just doing this very gently, and I try and use my ring finger because it has the softest touch and I want to be gentle on my face. And then this part is kind of an awkward part to like work with, but we gonna do it. So I think this is looking pretty good now. Pretty satisfied with the coverage and how it looks. There aren't any dry patches showing through, which is nice. Sometimes as like the night goes on, I do find myself getting a little bit crusty, like here, like outside my mouth, and then like smile lines. But like I said, it's not usually that big of a deal, and for the areas around my mouth at least, I'll just put on some like lip balm there, or lip gloss or whatever. And then the areas like here, if there are ever patches, like it's pretty small, so I just try not to think about it. But yeah, to set all of that, I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Photofocus pressed powder, and it's in the shade Warm Beige, so it does give a little bit more coverage, but I just use it with like a big fluffy brush, and I don't put too much on because I feel like powder just kind of accentuates like any dry spots, and I feel like obviously on Accutane I'm more prone to that, so I just use this mostly to like lightly set everything to make sure nothing moves around too much. So just pat it in, especially that eyebrow, in between the eyebrow pimple situation, but that's okay. And yeah, pretty much everywhere. And I definitely don't like swirl or like literally brush it onto my face, just because I don't want to move any of the foundation or concealer that we just put on, because that'll get streaky and gross. Right, so now that that is all settled in, I like to add some blush. So I'm gonna be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Party. And yeah, this is just the one that you get for free during your birthday month at Sephora, but I actually really like the shade. This is what it looks like. It's very natural, and I feel like it works for like most occasions, skin tones, everything like that. So yeah, just get a little bit on my brush and just smile and put on the apples of my cheeks. I actually love blush so much, like I didn't realize, but it makes such a huge difference and I look alive. Now that I have some color in my face, sometimes I'll put on some bronzer, but I think I'm good for today. I don't really feel like putting any on, honestly. I didn't put on bronzer for a while just because for the longest time, I mean, this is where majority of my breakouts happen, so for the longest time I just had a lot of active acne happening here, and I just did not like just putting extra product and caking things on. It just felt bad, honestly. So usually this is what I leave it at, just like concealer, foundation, powder, and blush. So I keep it like this. And to really lock everything in, I'm gonna go ahead and use a setting spray. This is from Catrice. It's the Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray, and I usually just do like 1, 2, 3. Yo, literally that is already like so like woo. So I don't know how like so many people be like spraying everything. All right guys, so that's how I usually do my foundation. I hope it was helpful. I know I didn't really do anything like super special, but a lot of you guys were asking how I do my foundation on my last video that I did, so now you guys know. Yeah, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below and I'll try and get back to you guys. But yeah, that being said, I'm gonna be trying to get some more videos out now that it's summer. I am working, but like I'll find time. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.